Welcome to the Big Ree and Ace Pick 6 NFL Championship Week. So we're going to be doing it the same as last week, and so we'll be starting off. You got anything to say before we start?
Just a kind of week last week. We went 1-3. Started off really well with the San Francisco game. They blew out Minnesota. Then game 2, Baltimore and Tennessee. I do not know what happened there. That was probably the biggest shocker because I did not expect that.
For sure.
You know, maybe Baltimore would have squeaked that out, but I did not expect a blowout like that. So that, I think everybody was surprised there. Then the Texans and Kansas City game was unreal, legendary game. So that was unbelievable. I thought they could cover, and then they're up 24-0. I was like, yeah, it's looking really good. So covering 9 points, but they just completely dropped an egg. And dude, I think the coach, what's his name, Bill O'Brien, he needs to be fired for sure. That guy should have already been fired right after the game. And then the last game we had, the Seattle Green Bay. Look, we knew that was going to be a close one, and it was a close one. I don't know if you guys got the points at 5 or 4.5, so just depends. I know that's what it closed at. So look, that was a close game, and at the end of the day, Seattle, if they got the ball back, I think they would have won, but they didn't get the ball back, and that was the game. So other than that, here we go, boys and girls. Start you guys off.
We got the Titans at the Chiefs. The Chiefs are a 7.5-point favorite.
Tennessee at Kansas City. 7.5 points here. Look, Tennessee 9-7 in the regular season, 5-3 on the road, coming off 2 impressive playoff wins. First New England, and then last week, as we stated, against Baltimore, 28-12 win. Look, Derrick Henry is the key here. He's completely on a tear as usual, putting up another huge game. That's the difference. Look, Tannehill, I'll give him some respect. He's getting the job done because he's still managing it and he's playing enough. And the defense, that's where a lot of credit's got to go. They held Patriots to 13 points, and high-powered Baltimore team that was averaging 33 points to only 12. Kansas City coming, like I said, a legendary comeback. They were down 24-0 in the second quarter with about 10 minutes left, and then they ran off a 51-7 to end the game. Outscored them 51-7. Just a complete, unreal. I mean, look, I really wanted that 9.5 for Houston, but I really enjoyed the game. It was the legendary game. Mahomes played great as usual. Defense was a little shaky. They gave up 442 total yards, so that's questionable. But look, ultimately, Kansas City is red hot right now. They're red hot, and Tennessee has been playing well, but I think their streak ends here. I'm taking Kansas City minus 7.5, Big Ree.
Yeah, as Ace mentioned, it was a really good game last week. Tennessee obviously shocking the world, and then Derrick Henry just having another field day. I think the first player to have 180 yards in back-to-back playoff games. And then you got obviously the Chiefs doing a miracle comeback. You got Mahomes there. These two teams did meet in Week 10, and Tennessee did win 35-32. I don't think that's going to be the same. I do see the Chiefs winning, but I don't see them covering. I do take the plus 7.5 for the Titans here. So then we got the NFC game. We got the Packers at the 49ers. The 49ers are a 7.5-point favorite.
All right, boys. Green Bay at San Francisco. Green Bay 13-3, 6-2 on the road in the regular season, coming off, as we stated, 28-23 win versus Seattle. Look, they held the Seattle team to not any huge plays. I think that was the key there. They played solid defense. The big thing here, is that, look, Green Bay lost 37-8 to San Francisco in Week 12. I mean, they got completely spanked. Green Bay, obviously, when you have A-Rod on your team, you have a chance every game. Aaron Jones didn't play great last week, so I think he's going to have a better week. But I think ultimately what this is going to go down to is I don't think Green Bay has enough weapons here. Really, other than Devontae Devontae Adams, other than him, they don't have enough weapons, and I think that's gonna hurt them here. And then we got San Francisco, 13-3, 6-2 at home during the regular season, coming off a 27-10 win versus Minnesota. Very impressive win, held Minnesota to 147 total yards. You know, the run game put up 186 yards. That was impressive. And look, I really like San Francisco here. San Francisco is going to the Super Bowl. I mean, look, Green Bay has an outside chance here if Aaron Rodgers just plays lights out, complete lights out. But I just don't think they have enough weapons. And I think San Francisco really easily covers the 7.5. And I really like the over here. The over is 46.5. I like the over in this game. So I'm taking San Francisco minus 7.5 and the over 46.5. Big Reed.
Yeah, as Ace mentioned, the last week Packers beat the Seahawks. I mean, they played well in the first half, but in the second half they just laid a complete egg and let Seattle back in the game. They're up 21-3. You can't let that happen when you're up that big. And then obviously the 49ers winning versus the Vikings. That wasn't even a game. Their defense stepped up, and as Ace mentioned, the run game, Tevin Coleman had 105 yards and 2 touchdowns. And this is what these two teams met in Week 12, as Ace mentioned. There was a big blowout, not even close. And as Ace mentioned, Devontae Adams after that, like they have no one to go to. I mean, Alan Lazard maybe. I mean, like I don't really know. And then Adams will be going up against Richard Sherman. So I mean, Sherman had a good week, and then you got the 49ers D-line with Nick Bosa and a couple of their linebackers, Kawan Alexander, and then Armstead, I believe. And then the 49ers also have the better wide receiving core overall. I mean, I'm not saying any of their wide receivers are better than Adams, but you got Emmanuel Sanders, Deebo Samuel. And I think this one will be closer than the last matchup, but I do think the 49ers win and cover. I see it winning by 10 points, 31-21. All right, peace out, guys.
All right,
Make sure
boys.
to like, comment, and subscribe.